Alright, what's happening YouTube? This is Adam. I'm gonna try out the crew, sorry about that. Gonna do a bit of drifting here on the crew for our first video. Got the wheel cam set up. Hopefully you guys can see all that nice and good. Alright, this is really just a dry run. See how things are going. Let's get loaded up here. Alright. Go up to the Gold Road, as I like to call it. That's where you're gonna make all your money, all your dreams come true. No, actually, let's make sure we're on the road. And then we, switch cars. That is not what I want. Let's make sure that our settings are set up. Manual, awesome possum. Go up to our garage. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Mustang? Let's do it. Now I normally do not drift in third person mode. Where the hell did that come from? There we go. That's normally our drift view right there. Just getting our eye back in here. There we go. That one wasn't too bad. That one was not too bad. 1637. Alright, so what I do here is I just do the first two turns of this. Over and over and over. You essentially try and aim for getting like 1,000 down, and then 1,000 back on the way up. And you can earn some pretty good money. You know, $100,000 an hour is completely easy. I mean, realistic, reliable. That was only 886. Not cool. Alright. So, yeah, like I said, all you do is just keep back and forth, and give it some of that welly. I'm gonna have to straighten that guy out. Re-engage. Oh, wow. 714 after the first drift, but then it just cuts off. If anybody knows why you just get cut off in the middle and why it won't count it anymore, please let me know. I've noticed that once it gets to like 1.8, 1.9, 2.0 on the multiplier, that it just stops counting the drift, and it's really annoying. Look at that. How? How did you stop counting that? Retarded. Alright, so normally I'd be playing this in triple screen, but I tried a recording on that and it would look terrible. So dropped it back down to a single monitor here. So I really can't wait until triple screen becomes more prevalent. Really is a much better way to game. Come on, see what's with that? Come on, that was just a sexy drift, and now you're not gonna count nothing. Now you're not counting nothing after that. Whatever. 8. Ugh, come on, man. 833. You could do better than that. Alright. Sawing at the wheel here. Come on. Give it a little bit of nitrous. Extend that drift out. Ah, god damn it. Alright. Sorry, I'm just getting over an ailment here. And still a bit stuffy in the nose. You know what I mean? Wolf. Alright. So we're just gonna see how many points we got. Alright, keep it going, and duck in. Ah, see, that one was Tasty McTasterson. You gonna give me that too? Okay, give me that collateral. There we go. I'll take it. 1391. Good. Good, 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 good. Most I've ever gotten a single drift is 2019. So, ooh, 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 ooh. Alright. Let's make sure, yep, I am unmuted. Good, good. Alright. This is really just a test of your local broadcast system. See how well this picks it up. And, I mean, it looks like it's recording at like 45 frames a second. Oh, ooh, ooh. Wow. Oh, I am in fourth. I guess that's why. I'm trying to drift that in fourth gear. Alright, finally, some big money. There we go. It's just, it's random with that it you know, it's points distribution. I find that really infuriating. Really very infuriating. Oh, come on. See, I mean, it's like, ugh, shit does not make sense, man. This game it has like one of the worst offenses you can have as a game. It is not fucking consistent. Just be consistent. If you're consistent, then people know what to expect, and then they can replicate that. It's kind of what science is based off of, you know? Just be consistent in your game. It's not that difficult. I mean, see, why? Why would you just not? And now you're not going to count anything after that. That makes no sense. Normally you can always string together two drifts there. Guaranteed 2.0. That made no sense. I didn't hit anything. I didn't stop the drift halfway through. I continued the drift. Perfect line. Well, I mean, you know, not perfect line, obviously. But a good line. Like, see, I understand that. My ass was not hanging out that far. Now I gotta do this retarded shit just so that way it'll pick it up. Come on. Come on. There we go. Get to that 2.0. Just don't make sense sometimes. Just don't make any sense. Alright. Well, well, I mean, that makes sense. I just realized I'm recording at 30 frames a second. I mean, that is just a muscly drift right there. And see, it... why? Why would you not? Because you don't make any sense. That's the thing about The Crew. It's a great game. Not really. Pretty heavily coded in sarcasm. It is just the only open world driving game that's quasi-fun. It's out there right now. Someone should really make another one that doesn't just suck ass. Let me tell you the major problems I have with The Crew. How are you going to make a game with the story mode where you can beat the entire game with one car? How do you even... Have you ever played a car game in your life? Ever? Have you? What car game can you play that you can beat with one car? I beat this entire game without buying a single car. I beat the entire game with the 370Z. That, to me, that is the shittiest, laziest game design. And see right there, like, why was that one? Why did that one get up to 800 out of 2.0? I'm just... Some game designers and game developers, they're just taking such a shitty route with things. Like, it seems like they're intentionally taking the easy route. And you know what? I hope game developers get offended by that. I'm not a game developer myself. I think it would be really cool, but I'm not, you know, I didn't go for school to learn all that. But I really hope they get annoyed when people say that, because I completely understand putting a lot of time and effort and work into something, and then people just totally bashing on it, and you've been like, well, fuck you then. You know, you don't like my stuff. But, I mean, did you play your game? Did you Was it your intention to, first of all, design a game where you can beat the entire game that's centered around cars? It's a driving game. You can beat the entire game with one car. There's no need to ever buy... Look at this. Look at this. What is different between this drift and the last one? 481 with a 1.6 multiplier. Just be consistent. But anyway, back to my point. You can make a game where you can beat the entire game with one car, all the story missions, one car. Don't need to ever buy any other car besides the starting car. And then, cherry on top, you make a game to where you don't have to grind to make money to buy the parts. You grind to get the parts. You do stupid stunts and skills, as they call them, to get parts for your car. What? What even is that? Are you kidding me? That is insanity. That's pure insanity. That's what that is. I don't understand it. I mean, to each their own. It takes all sorts, right? It takes all kinds to make the world go around. I get that. And I'm playing it. And I bought the Wild Run expansion when it was on sale. So, you know, I'm playing it. It's not the worst game ever. The thing is you see potential in it. You see how good it could have been if they just weren't... Lazy is the only thing I can think of that would describe it. That's the only thing that I can think of why they would not have done this game better, I guess, is different, is honestly the way I would put it, because I don't know, some people might not have a problem with the fact that you can beat the entire campaign, entire story missions or whatever with your starting car. There's no need to get a different car. Yeah, you gotta buy the classes for it, but you don't ever have to buy any other car. There's no, like... I don't know. To me, in my opinion, one of the greatest formats for a racing game was the original Gran Turismo. I love that. Now, I don't think that every single game should be just a mirror image of Gran Turismo. That would be dumb. We would get no progression in games. Why? What's with that? How does that make sense? 500 on a 1.7 multiplier. It doesn't... Why? Just, why not be consistent with it? Why would you not? Oh, and the best part, the reason why I don't drift all the way down this thing, is because it takes so long for you to get your points, and you can't make any other points until you bank those, and then a couple seconds after that. So, I'll show you as we go down. Are you gonna see? It's not, after it reaches 2.0, it's not gonna give me any more for a drift. It'll give you overtakes and collateral damage and shit like that, but that's kind of, you know, hard to set up, especially on these mountain roads. So anyway, I'll show you. We'll go up here. We'll drift around the first two. Well, we pretty much won't be able to extend it past that. The game just won't register it. Look at that. That is a tasty drift, and then it stops halfway through the drift for no reason. Okay, so now we're going to get the other drift going, and then it stops halfway through that drift. Like a quarter of the way through that drift. Okay? So now it's not going to give me any more. And now we're banking the points there. Drifting, supposed to be getting points, should be getting points. And now getting points. And then you just extend it while you're here, and then we're going to lose, or we're going to stop gaining points at the very beginning of that corner. And see, since I'm still drifting, but it's not fucking counting it, it keeps the counter going. So I can't bank the points. So there, I just wasted 2 corners trying to bank the points. Coming on the third one, can we actually get points for this corner? Yeah, I mean, that was a terrible entry. Alright, well, probably won't get any more points after this. Banked them early, so that's good. But, I mean, you see how much longer... Look at this, Not gonna get... I mean, that was dirty. That was not professional. Let's get some juice. Get some juice. Oh, that's not good. Alright, whatever. So that's why I don't go all the way down. It just takes too long. You can't earn as much money. If you just repeat the first 2 corners over and over, you make a very good amount of money. More money than I've made doing anything else. I haven't done very much faction missions. I think I only get like 2,800 when I log in every day. So clearly I have not done too many of the faction missions. That one's kind of nasty. Stop just halfway through that corner. Go. I mean, like, I just wish this game was more consistent. I honestly wish it had a better game design. And yeah, other than that, it's kind of a cool game. I mean, they've got microtransactions in here. The only way you can get some cars is to actually buy them with cash. And that's, you know, whatever. That's the way of the game industry. It's gone now. I don't ever participate in that shit. I'm not showing my support for it. Those guys, whoever invented that, can eat a dick. You are a terrible marketing man, and I understand that you don't like games. You probably don't play games. That's probably why you put this poison in our industry. And I understand that's business. Hey, I understand business. That's what I do. But still, there are some things that aren't worth a paycheck, in my opinion. There's some things that clearly are a detriment to the community, in which, I mean, I'm sure you never came in with a guise of trying to help gaming at all, but just to make your bosses happy, whoever came up with that, nah, man, that's not on. Microtransactions are fucking, it's preying on the weak. It is exactly that, preying on the weak. Alright, we're at 18 minutes. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop this recording here and see what I got. Peace!